I'm here in Glasgow. The SNP took all 7 seats in Glasgow. And if you look at what Scotland looked like yesterday, they had 6 seats yesterday. Now they've got 55. It is quite remarkable and a disaster for Labour, an absolute disaster. Mary Poppins couldn't put a positive spin on this, let me tell you. I'm joined now by Peter MacMahon, he's political editor from ITN and the Borders. As I said, absolute disaster for Labour.
First of all, I think we'd probably say this is a huge triumph for the SNP and for its still relatively new leader, Nicola Sturgeon, who took over from, what was his name, Alex something, you know?
He's on his way to Westminster.
That's right. The Sturgeon surge has been something to behold. People love Nicola Sturgeon and they believe the message that she's giving them. Right. Now, Labour, of course, they challenged that message. They said it didn't add up. They even said austerity would last longer under the SNP. Didn't make any difference. People still believed the message that Nicola Sturgeon gave them, standing up for Scotland, fighting for Scotland and ending austerity. And you see, for Labour, this is absolutely catastrophic.
One MP.
They've lost big hitters like Douglas Alexander, the Shadow Foreign Secretary. Jim Murphy, the Labour leader in Scotland, has gone. And they even lost in Gordon Brown's constituency, Kirkcaldy and Fife. Absolute Labour heartlands falling across all of Scotland. Huge majorities, huge swing, tsunamis, earthquakes, whatever analogy you want to use. It really is unprecedented.
It is unprecedented, you're absolutely right. Well, let's go and talk to a couple of voters over here. Hi there. Morning to you. Now, Fraser MacDonald and Gail. Fraser, you are very young, first-time voter in the election, in the general election, and you voted SNP. Why?
I did. I just believe that the system we have just now isn't really working for Scotland. I believe, as a lot of young people do at the moment, that there's an alternative that's been put out there. It seems like it's going to do a lot of good for Scotland, and as a politics student, it's something I've been really interested in kind of looking into, and it was a choice for me.
And you're a relatively new member?
Yes, only about last week I did actually join. It's that way, you never want to pin yourself down, you know, and I'd always kind of tried to remain impartial, but I think push came to shove and I thought, I think I've got to give the party my support.
And now the third biggest party in the UK.
Yes,
Yes. Gail, a disaster for Labour. What went wrong?
I think a lot of people are still living in the shadow of Tony Blair, and a lot of people, I was at the polling station yesterday, were saying, I'll never forgive him for Iraq. So I think we're still dealing with that.
You think it's that? You still think that's a hangover?
That's exactly what people were saying to me yesterday, and I'm afraid that's led to this appalling situation. We're going to end up with a one-party state in Scotland and a one-party state in England, and we're going to be run by a lot of economic illiterates. I'm very afraid of the future here.
You don't feel very confident then for the future of Scotland? Because, I mean, the SNP supporters are on a high.
When Fraser was 3 and Tony Blair got in, he was walking on water. And I think Nicola Sturgeon is now walking on water. Give it time. That's all I'm saying. Give it time.
Gail, thank you.
There's another election next year, guys.